They say if someone truly cares, you won't have to beg for their time, their love, their attention. But tell me, how many times have you found yourself waiting? Waiting for a reply that never came. Waiting for a call that was promised but never made. Waiting for someone to care the way you do. It's painful, isn't it? The not knowing. The endless wondering. The way you keep checking your phone, hoping for a message that might never arrive. You tell yourself to be patient. You convince yourself that maybe they're just busy. You remind yourself of the times they did show up, even if those moments are fading memories, growing more distant by the day. But deep down, a voice whispers the truth. Maybe they don't care the way you do. Psychology tells us something simple, yet powerful. People make time for what matters to them. It's called reciprocal investment, the natural balance in relationships where effort flows both ways. When someone values you, they don't leave you questioning. They don't make you beg for a moment of their time. They don't ignore you when you reach out, only to return when they need something. Because love, real love, is never forced. It doesn't leave you feeling like a burden. Yet here you are, holding on, hoping, convincing yourself that maybe, just maybe, if you try a little harder, they'll see your worth. But tell me, how much more do you have to give before you finally accept that love should not feel like a one-sided effort? You see, the human brain craves certainty in relationships. Psychological studies show that uncertainty in romantic connections triggers the same part of the brain that processes pain. That's why waiting for someone who doesn't prioritize you doesn't just hurt emotionally, it physically affects you. Sleepless nights, racing thoughts, a feeling of emptiness you can't quite explain. Your mind replays every conversation, searching for clues. Did you say something wrong? Were you too much? Not enough? You tell yourself to be understanding, to be patient, to be the bigger person. But let me ask you this. Why do you keep making excuses for someone who wouldn't do the same for you? Maybe you felt it. That sharp pang in your chest when you realize you are the only one reaching out. The messages that go unanswered for hours. Sometimes days, until they need something. The calls that are ignored, even though you know. They saw your name light up on their screen. The plans that always seem to fall through, but only when you're the one asking. And still, you make excuses for them. Maybe they're overwhelmed. Maybe they didn't mean to ignore you. Maybe they'll change. But ask yourself this. Why are you the only one trying to make this work? Because when someone truly cares, they don't let you carry the weight of the relationship alone. This phrase is simple, but it holds more truth than we'd like to admit. If they wanted to call you, they would. If they wanted to spend time with you, they would. If they wanted to make an effort, they wouldn't make you feel like an option. Love is not a puzzle where you're left searching for missing pieces. It's not a game where you have to chase, beg, or prove your worth. And yet, here you are, holding on to a connection that feels one-sided. Have you ever noticed? When you stop chasing, when you stop trying so hard, the silence becomes deafening. Because the truth is, you were the one holding everything together. You were the one checking in, making sure they were okay. You were the one rearranging your schedule to fit into theirs. You were the one who cared enough to fight for the shared connection. And the moment you stop, they don't fight for you. That's not love. That's not care. That's convenience. The hardest part isn't losing them. The hardest part is losing the hope that one day they'll realize your worth. You tell yourself they're just struggling, that they just need time, that maybe if you give them a little more love, a little more patience, they'll finally see you the way you see them. But love is not about waiting for someone to wake up and choose you. Love is about choosing each other every single day. And if they're not choosing you, if they're leaving you in the dark, making you question your worth, then maybe it's time to walk away. Love should feel safe. It should feel warm. It should feel like home. It should never leave you wondering if you are enough. Because you are enough. You are not too much. You are not difficult to love. You are not asking for the impossible. You are simply asking the wrong person. You deserve someone who chooses you, in the same way you choose them, who reaches out first, who makes the effort without you having to beg for it, who doesn't make you feel like an afterthought. Because when the right people come into your life, you won't have to beg for a place in theirs. They will make space for you. They will make time for you. They will show up, not because they have to, but because they want to. And that is what love is supposed to feel like. Let go of the ones who make you feel invisible. Let go of the ones who leave you second-guessing your worth. Let go of the ones who won't say. So soon stop waiting, stop chasing, stop begging. Love is not meant to be earned. It is meant to be given freely. And the people who truly care, you will never have to beg for their love. Because when someone wants to be in your life, they will be.